Welcome to another episode of Let's Talk About Clutter. I'm your host, Margo, a professional organizer specializing in chronic clutter. And today we're talking about organization, and I mean real organization, not the IG pantry, not the perfectly labeled containers that look cute for about 6 days until real life shows up. I'm giving you 3 rules for organization that work in an actual home, especially if you're a woman over 40 who has a lot going on. Kids, work, relationships, maybe aging parents, a calendar that basically attacks you. I get it. But before we get into the rules, I need to say something that might annoy you a little bit, and I'm saying it with so much love. You only organize after you declutter, not before. Because organizing clutter is like adding water to a boat with holes in it. It's a waste of your time. It's a waste of money, and it will make you feel like you failed when the real problem is you never needed more bins. You actually needed less stuff. So if you're sitting there thinking, Margo, I just need better storage, a line I hear a lot from my clients, no, lovely. All you need to do is purge. And one more thing before we start. Don't buy containers until you measure. I don't care how cute the bins are. Measure first, because nothing is more annoying than ordering the perfect bins and realizing that they don't fit in your cabinet, your shelf, or your drawer. And now what have you done? You've just added more clutter to your home. Okay, now that we've got that out of the way, let's jump into the 3 rules. Rule number 1 of home organization is functionality. Store items where you use them. This is the rule that changes everything because it's not about being perfect. It's about making your home easier to live in, which is the entire premise behind a well-organized home. Organization should help you move through your day with less effort, less searching, less rebuying, yes, less yelling, who took my fill in the blank. So here's the test. Where do you naturally reach for the item? That's where those items should live. Let me give you a couple of simple examples. Something I see very, very often when I'm working with women who need help post-decluttering of organizing their home. And it is that things are kept too far away from where they're actually used. So, for example, coffee mugs should be near the coffee machine. Not across the kitchen like you're training for a marathon at 6:30 in the morning. Convenience, ladies. Cooking oils and spices should be near the stove, not in random cabinets because that's where they fit when you first moved in. Makeup should be where you actually do your makeup. If you always do your makeup in the car mirror, no judgment by the way, then stop storing it upstairs in a bathroom. You're not even using it in the morning there. Another example is kids' backpacks should live where they land, near the entryway, not upstairs in their rooms where we all pretend they'll remember to take them in the morning. Functionality is basically this. Stop organizing for fantasy you. Organize for the real you, your lifestyle, and how you navigate your home. Let's move on to rule number 2, which is like with like. So what you need to do if you want a well-organized functional home is you want to group similar items together. This rule is so simple, but it's the reason people feel disorganized even when their house is clean. Because if your stuff is scattered all over your home, your brain is constantly searching. So we're going to put all similar items together. So all batteries in one spot, all tape in one spot, all hair products together, all gift wrap together, all light bulbs together, all cleaning supplies together, with a caveat. Cleaning supplies should actually be kept where you use them. Obviously not in every room of your home, but for example, bathroom cleaning supplies should be kept in the bathroom and the rest of the cleaning supplies should be kept together. Pants with pants, shirts with shirts, you get where I'm going with this. Because right now, a lot of you have scissors in the kitchen, scissors on your desk, scissors in the junk drawer, scissors in a random basket. And somehow, when you need a pair of scissors, if you're a mama like me, right, and your kiddo is doing arts and crafts, you still can't find them. When you group like with like, you stop overbuying, you stop hunting, and you can see what you actually own. And you can also tell when you're running out of something. The goal is never perfection. The goal is when you need something, you know exactly where to go first. or you know exactly where to direct the person that's asking you for the thing that they need. That's organization at its best. Rule number 3, and this is probably something that every woman gets excited about, and it is to contain. Give each category a home with a boundary. I want you to hear me. Every item in your space should have a home to go to with a boundary. Contain doesn't mean buy containers. Contains means your stuff has a limit, because without a boundary, clutter spreads like it pays rent. A container can be a bin, a drawer, a shelf, a basket, a shoebox, a small section of a cabinet. Anything that creates a clear boundary that says, this is the home for this category. This is how much space it gets. And here is the magical part. If it doesn't fit in the container, you have too much. Not, you need a bigger container. You have too much. Hear me when I say this. You have too much. Containment makes maintenance easier because when the container is full, you have a built-in signal to edit. So for example, a small bin for charging cords, a basket for your dog stuff by the door, leash, treats, poop bags, etc. A drawer section for makeup, or a lazy Susan, which I absolutely love. A shelf bin or a few shelf bins for snacks if you have a large family. A bin for incoming mail, not your kitchen counter. And if you see that the container is getting full, right, and things are no longer fitting into it, again, it doesn't mean that you buy more containers or get a bigger container. It means pause and edit, which means declutter. You have too much stuff. Containment is how you stop piles, and it's a beautiful thing, and it's very, very simple. And to be fully transparent, you don't need the most expensive bins and containers and whatnot. I'm pretty sure that you have stuff around the house that you can use to contain your categories of items. Okay, so quick recap, because I love you and I want this to stick. Here are the 3 rules for organization. Number 1, functionality. Store it where you use it. Number 2, like with like. Group categories together. And number 3, contain. Give categories a boundary. And the 2 reminders are: you declutter first, do not organize your clutter, and measure before you buy, always. All right, for this episode, I want to give you a little bit of a homework, because I really, really want to encourage action. Pick one area today: the coffee station, your makeup, the snacks, the entryway, whatever it may be. Set a timer for 10 minutes and then remove anything that doesn't belong. This is your quick purge. Group like with like items. Put them where you use them. Create a simple container or a boundary, even if it's just a section of a shelf. And you are done. That is organization at its best, at its easiest. If this episode resonated, send it to a friend who keeps saying, I just need to get organized, while actively drowning in stuff. And if you want more practical tips like this, real life, not perfect life, make sure you're subscribed and come say hi on social. As always, thank you so much for listening. Good luck on your decluttering.